My name is Briallen Hopper. I'm a lecturer in English at Yale and a faculty fellow at the University Church in Yale. This particular Station of the Cross, number 7, is not in Scripture. Jesus falls for the second time. So this is kind of added in to kind of double the amount of fallibility and exhaustion and humiliation that Christ experienced. One of the prayers that I read about Station number 7 talked about this particular moment being where Jesus meets us in the dust. So thinking about the Stations of the Cross as a place for us to meet Christ in his suffering, but also a place where he meets us in our suffering, just falls down to our level. I read this image of Christ as racially indeterminate. Something that I think is really interesting about Janet McKenzie's work is that she's interested in images of Christ that are hard to place in terms of race or gender. And I think that this is a Christ that you can kind of see yourself in. The tradition developed to emphasize not just the kind of extreme, gory, graphic suffering or death, but also this kind of stumbling and tiredness, emphasizing the humanity of Christ and not just a kind of spectacular suffering of the cross. So something that struck me about this particular image is the visual indeterminacy of the cross in the image, where it actually looks like an architectural support, like a beam. And it's not clear from the image whether it's something that's holding Jesus up, that's allowing him to kind of pull himself back up, or whether it's a burden that he's bearing, something that he's trying to keep upright. And it made me think about the work of historian Curtis Evans, who's written about the burden of Black religion and the way that Black religion, especially Black Christianity, functioned both to lift Black people up, to represent their humanity, their capacity for citizenship, but also as a kind of, especially in the way that it valorized suffering or the emotions over other aspects of life, it tended to also be a burden and a weight. And I think that there in this picture, you kind of see both of those things coming together.